Alright, so today we're going to take a look at how to do a future order in Tonic point of sale. This is Gemini IT. If we can help you in any way with your point of sale systems, please look us up at Gemini IT 918. That's our website, GeminiIT918.com. We'd be glad to help. So let's get started. So I'm going to log in with a user that has permissions to do a future order. And on my demo system here, I have a table layout. So I'm going to get back to the orders section here. And we're just going to do a quick sale down here at the bottom, which says Logout, Health, and Quick Sale. I'm going to move pretty quick through this because you can pause and rewind the video. But we'll cover everything we need to do with how to do a future order. So this is how we're going to create a future order. We'll hit Quick Sale. We'll come up here and we'll click on the order number where it says 9007 right now. And we'll select Customer, because you have to tie customer to a future order. If you don't have a customer, you can put their name in here, how they go by, and their first and last name. So let's just create a new customer here, and we'll type in Jim Smith. That's what he goes by, or maybe this is the church or a nonprofit, whatever you want to put in there. But this is my contact name, Jim, for his first name, and last name. And we need a phone number in here. So that's what we're going to search for. So we can put a home number in here. We'll go 918-123-4567 just for grins. And I can put a cell phone number in there if I want, but I'm going to hit save. So now I've got a customer tied to this. In going forward, if I wanted to go to customer, and of course this is the existing customer here, I can change that information, or I can come in here and hit search, and I can search for a new customer. I can search by name, by customer number, by email address, but usually I've got a phone number in there, so I'm going to type in there. So if I type in 918, it's going to bring up everybody that has a phone number that has 918 in there. There we see Jim, and we see some other people in there, and I can select the customer from existing customers if I want. So there we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select future order and the date that I want that order to be ready. So let's see, if I want it ready, today's the 5th of September. Say if I want it ready tomorrow at, I don't know, let's go for 4 p.m. So military time here, guys. And we're good to go with that. Now I can come to menu, and I can say I want a 3-chunk snack with an order of fries. And notice I've got a red hand that says hold. So now I can hit send. And what's going to happen tomorrow, that order is going to print at the kitchen. Now to be able to see what's going on with future orders, I can log in, click on my orders tab if I've got table layout, and I can, up here across the top, when I look at order types, I can click on future orders, and I see that order number 9007 Jim Smith is going to needs to be ready for 96, that's what we're looking at here. I can come in 4 p.m. Notice even though I typed in military time, it transferred it over. So let's say if I want to pay for this order, I can take payment now if I want. I can say pay, and I'm going to take cash, and they're going to give me $10, and I need to cash in my cash drawer. So let me back out and cash in my cash drawer, do what I'm supposed to do as a good Tonic user. Let me go to cash management, go to cash drawers, cash in my cash drawer, yes, and I'm not going to count my cash. I'm going to key in my demo passcode here, and we'll cash in our cash drawer. Oops. There we go. Alright, so now I've got money in my drawer. Now I can pay this order out. So you can take a payment ahead of time, or when they come pick it up. It doesn't matter to Tonic. But we're going to pay for the order. And so now that that order has been paid, I'll go ahead and hit send and send it off down the road. But notice when I come in here, I still see this order under future orders. How do I get that to clear off? Well, notice the checkbox beside this. This shows that this future order has been paid for. Now, what I should be able to do is I ought to be able to, if this were a live site, if you will, after it's fired, I won't be able to do this till tomorrow when the order fires. But when I come in here tomorrow and I access that order, it's been paid, because if I look at pay, I see that I've taken a cash payment, so I don't, and I've got the checkbox. Let me go back here and we'll take a look at the order screen again. I've got a checkbox. It shows it has been paid. Of course, you can take payments in any way you want, but after tomorrow, when this order is fulfilled and I click on this guy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to now. And this is how you close out future orders. So this is important. So when it's done, I access the order and I click now and I say yes. If the items haven't been printed already, usually we set these to print a lead time before they need to be ready. Usually we set them to print the day of the order if you've closed your store properly. If you don't close your store properly, your future orders are not going to fire. So it's important to make sure you follow the steps that we provide to close out Tonic properly. But here we are, these orders have fired and it's been paid for, and I can now hit close and it will close the order. So now when I log back in and I go to my orders, notice there's nothing under future orders. And it is important to remember to come back here to all, so staff isn't wondering, oh no, where are the orders at, that kind of thing. So that's how future orders work in Tonic Point of Sale. You can also see future orders from your back of house. You can't do a future order from the back of the house. You can't pay an order from the back of the house, but you can see what's coming up as a manager when you look at future orders from the back of the house. Hope this helps. Again, thank you for choosing Gemini IT for your point of sale provider and Tonic Point of Sale.